So where do we begin with Battlefield 2042? After putting in countless hours in the game before starting this channel, and now usually playing an hour to a few hours daily to make content, I think it's time to make our honest review. So in today's video, I will share my true and honest opinions of the game, what I dislike, what I like, and what I look forward to, and what I hope I never see again in the game. So before we start, if you haven't already subscribed yet to the channel, please consider doing so. It's free and it will help support my channel a whole bunch. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, since we try and upload 2 to 3 times a week and live stream at least once a week. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's video and this hate and love relationship with Battlefield 2042. I've separated this task for today's video with a nice list per se of likes and dislikes, and we will get through these together, and after going through these we will discuss my final opinion on the game. First, let's do a like. It's only fair since other channels do nothing but hate on the game, so let's switch it up a bit and start off with a like. My first like of the game is that it's modern. Finally we are back with a modern shooter, and I love that. As great as World War games look, they just don't appeal to me. And it's nice to finally have a modern shooter again. It brings me back to Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 days. Some of the best memories of playing Battlefield. It might not be great as those games, but in a small way, it makes me feel as if I'm playing those old games. And it's all just because it's a modern shooter. So let's move on to a dislike. I'll just switch from like to dislike just to mix it up a little bit. So my dislike are certain weapons and the lack thereof. My least favorite weapon, by far, hands down, has to be the recoilless M5, one of Satan's most devious creations to make us the most irritated and helpless we could ever be. I can handle a short list of weapons for a while and in hopes they continue rolling them out, but this piece of shit launcher, excuse my French, honestly makes my blood boil every time I use it. With its snail-like reloading and its crap damage and limited ammunition, this pile of garbage has no room in a Battlefield game. And you will notice that nothing in my dislike list brings hate to my heart more than this weapon, if you can even call it that. Matched with a broken Soulflame lock system, and you have yourself a disaster casserole. But enough of this. Let's move on to another one on my list before I keep thinking of this pathetic launcher and it just ends this review right now. And I am not kidding. I will end it right now. But for my next like, I have added the objectives of the game, which have always been a part of the franchise. Battlefield holds a place in my heart because of the memories I have playing Conquest in Grand Bazaar and Rush in Operation Metro. And this is in Battlefield 3. Oh, where have the good days gone, people? Where have the good days gone? To relive these moments and to think that now I'm stuck with recoilless breaks my inner child. But Battlefield will always be Battlefield, and its objective gameplay is like no other. To have your squads and teammates rushing flags, driving vehicles from land to air, from flanking when needed and just pushing down the middle when able is something to never frown upon, no matter the state of the game when released. I will give it to Battlefield 2042, because as of now, it might not do it great, but it does it very well, and the objective gameplay is there. The reviving and the ammo pack, the healing and the spawn beacons, the repairs and the commands, at its core, Battlefield 2042 still does what no other game can, and that's place you in an all-out warfare. But yet, there are still dislikes. And our next one is the maps. As we mentioned in our previous like of the game, we used to have Grand Bazaar, Caspian Border, Operation Metro, the Canals, Davenman Peak, and so many more masterpieces. Because that's what a games used to be, masterpieces with minor flaws. Here in Battlefield 2042, we have wastelands with nothing that makes them unique and interesting. No underground stations or buildings with details or passageways to flank. Instead, we have open land with tornadoes to destroy the last of the buildings that stand between you and 189,000 helis and tanks. Maps are a true disappointment in my book, and I hope to God that he answers our prayers and DICE delivers a change in future updates. After that tear-dropping moment of what maps are today, let's discuss the next like of the game. Our next like is the graphics. Now before you dislike the video and call me crazy, just hear me out, because this one will be a short one. In my first video, I mentioned that graphics are bad, but the more I play, the more they grow on me. And I think if they come out with good maps, the graphics on the game would look even better because they would have to put more detail into them. Honestly, the guns and the vehicles look good. It's just the maps that lack the touch we on our Battlefield can have. So let's move on to our final dislike. And that would be the state of the game. From glitches and aim assist not working properly to map design being very basic, this game has so much potential it's lacking on. And the state of the game is truly a disappointment. Expected? Yes. Always issues at first with Battlefield 20, with Battlefield. But Battlefield 2042 took the cake, and for that, the state of the game made it into my dislike list. Now for our final like, and last on the list, drum roll please, weapons. I know what you're thinking, but gamers, you had weapons in the dislike list. I know. But have you taken your time to truly look at your weapon and admire it as it shoots? I have, and I like the design. I think the weapons look and feel great. They sound okay, but in all around they are nice, and I know when they add more and fix the broken ones, like the launcher of my nightmares, weapons will be a big plus. So why is Battlefield 2042 the game that you hate to love? It's because no matter the hate, there will always be a spot for a Battlefield game in our hearts to use teamwork and PTFO. Play the fucking objective. I hope you all enjoyed the video and you give this game a chance to grow and blossom to what we know a Battlefield game can be. Drop a comment down below of your likes and dislikes list, and I look forward to reading it. Peace and love. It's been your boy Gamers. I'll see you guys soon.